Good morning, dreamers, doers, believers, and achievers. I'm Dwayne Shigg, and this is your morning encouragement. I'm in a new spot, so I'm working on getting all my logistics together. I've been working on that for a while, but I am here this morning to help you today. But before we do that, I want to tell you about my latest book. It's called Go Get It, Stories and Steps to Seize Success. Motivating messages, stories and points and principles. And there's some encouragement quotes here. One of them says, you have to do the uncomfortable to achieve the impossible. And so there's information here that'll help you with your goals and dreams. And chapter 2 says move stuff out of the way. There's a chapter here that says you can't alter your past, but you can alter your future. And another chapter on page 57 helps you understand when the dream is big enough, the facts don't matter. So you can get your copy. Matter of fact, you can get an autographed copy. Go to paypal.com, drshigg@gmail.com. You send $18.99 to paypal.com. Enter drshigg@gmail.com, and you can get your autographed copy. Today, I want to talk to you about how to change your mind. That's right, about changing your mind, the route and the result of changing your mind. If you know somebody that needs help in changing their mind, would you just share this post right quick? I'd greatly appreciate it. Just hit the share button because you know somebody that needs to change their mind. Now, when I say change your mind, I'm not talking about changing a decision that you made. I'm talking about changing your mind. I'm not talking about changing necessarily what you think or a thought that you thought, but changing how you think. And so changing your mind involves several things. But it's incredible that your mind has so much power and potential, and your brain weighs only about 3 pounds. But I want to help us move beyond, because our brain has boundaries. The physical, mass, our brain has boundaries, your skull. And so if your brain goes beyond those boundaries, you'll probably die. But when your mind goes beyond your boundaries, that's when you live. So I want to help you understand changing your mind, the creativity that comes from your mind and from changing your mind. From somebody's mind came the creativity for the modern cell phone, Henry Sampson. From somebody's mind came the creation of the stoplight, when we stop our cars or we go through the red light, some of us. But from the mind of Garrett Morgan came that. And so your mind is creative. So I want to help you change your mind, not just the thoughts, but how you think. And so changing your mind involves a few things. Excuse me. I want to say good morning to all of you. Changing your mind involves a couple of things. One, changing your mind involves exposing. That's right, being exposed to some great things, being exposed to, possibility thinking, being exposed to examples of the extraordinary, somebody doing something fabulous, somebody doing something great, somebody doing something out there, being exposed to the things that can perk your thinking, things that can help you move, being exposed, having yourself exposed. Right now, I'm in Pittsburgh. I'm here for, I live in LA. I live in California, so I'm here for family reunion, but also going to make some business out of it, selling some books, working on getting into some bookstores. But, it's good that I'm here, because one of the things that I did, the young lady that rode my wife in the wheelchair from the plane to getting in our taxi, I gave her a copy of Go Get It. And what did that do? Helped her, obviously, but also it exposes me to the people here in Pittsburgh. And being exposed to some things as we were riding from the airport to my sister-in-law's house. For a while, I was, complete tourist. I'd never been here before. And so we went past the stadium where the Steelers play. So I was exposed to that. have never seen it. To the people here, it's just a normal thing. But then we went past this steep hill, and there was a train track on this hill, this steep hill, and that piece of construction exposed to something like that. So you can change your mind when it's exposed to great things, when it's exposed to unique things, when it's exposed to different things. So to change your mind, your capacity of thinking, your mind is described as your thought process, your beliefs, your perception, all of those things. So when you change all of those things, something happens. And so how do you change that? Being exposed. Are you exposed to some extraordinary things? Are you exposed to some people that are doing fabulous things? Are you exposed to some potential, some things that you can do? Are you exposed to the things that will push your thinking? Are you exposed to people that are doing that? How do you get exposed to that? You read. How do you get exposed to that? You go to some places that you might not ordinarily go. You have to get out of your bubble. I'm by nature somewhat of an introvert, but I have to go different places so that I can be exposed to other examples of greatness, so that I can have something to shoot for, something to follow. So you can change your mind, your thinking, your perception, your beliefs by exposure. What can you become exposed to today that will help you change your thinking? What can you become exposed to that will help you think better, think higher, do greater? Today, get exposed to something that's going to push you. Get exposed to some people that's going to push you. Have better conversations. So not only exposure, not only exposing, but expelling. That's right, expelling. When you get, in terms of school, when you get expelled, you get put out. And so there are some things that need to be expelled from our mind, from our consciousness, from our thinking, from our perceptions. Those things that hinder, they need to be expelled. Those things that keep saying you can't do, they need to be expelled. Those things that says you're not good enough, they need to be expelled. And so a couple of things specifically that may need to be expelled: the fear, in other words, the paralysis that comes from fear. Sometimes you're so scared of falling you won't even try to run. Sometimes you're so scared of messing up you won't even try. But we have to overcome the paralysis that comes from fear. Now, you might not overcome the fear, but I heard somebody say you have to feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and write, sing, produce it anyway. Feel the fear and make the attempt, fill out the application for college anyway. I've spoken many times, and there have been some nervousness and different things of that nature, but you can't let the fear stop you. Not only that, you have to expel that. Not only that, but we have to expel being overly concerned and controlled by what other people think about you. Now, if you have a book or business or movie, you want to know what people think, because you want it to be good. But in terms of what people think about you personally, sometimes we're overly concerned and overly controlled about what other people think. Are they going to like us? Do they think I should be doing this? You have to expel that, because there are some people that will like you. There are some people that won't like you. That doesn't have to stop you. I have people that like me. I have some people that don't like me. But I still graduated from college with a doctorate degree. There are people that like me, people that don't like me. I've still written several books. There are people that like me. There are people that don't like me. I'm still, today as a matter of fact, if you're watching this live today, I'm celebrating my 36th wedding anniversary, in spite of what people think. So you have to expel that idea of what people think about you, being controlled by it, being overly concerned about it. That's how you can change your mind. And so what happens when you change your mind? When you expel, when you expose, those are some things that you can do to change your mind. And so what do you need to expel? from your consciousness, from your thinking, from your mind. And when you do that, what will happen? You will expand. That's right. You will expand. You will grow. You will expand your horizons. You can do better. You can be better. You can go further when you change your mind. Not just changing a thought or a decision, but change how you think. Change what you think about. And so you expand. You will know greater. You will see greater. You will do greater. You will be greater, because when you change your mind, you change your thinking. And when you change your thinking, you can change your beliefs. When you change your beliefs, you can change your behavior. And when you change your behavior, you change your life. So, you need to change your mind. So, what do you need to do? What things do you need to expel? What can you do to be exposed to some greater thing, to some greatness, and then when that happens, watch the expansion that can come in your life, the expansion that can come, and you accomplish great things. You write some more books. You can have better health. You can sing another song. You can do well in your life, in your career. And those things can happen when you change your mind, your perception, your thinking. That's going to do it for me. I trust that something was said that helps you in some way. You know somebody that could use this, don't you? Would you just hit the share button for me? I'd greatly appreciate it. And don't forget to get your copy of Go Get It, Stories and Steps to Seize Success. You can get an autographed copy, I think $18.99 through PayPal.com, and just enter drshigg@gmail.com. You stay encouraged. You have a fantastic day. Be blessed.